Welcome back
Whoa,
to
we were in
this.
that time vortex for a really long time.
Thanks,
Let's do the time
Chad
warp
from
again.
English.
Yeah, fuck Chad from English.
I hate that.
So hey, it's Chemical Plant again. The
20th time?
second place to Green Hill for the most overused stage in the series.
But just like with Green Hill in this game, I don't mind it.
I do mind that they're bringing it back for Sonic Forces, though. Like, why? It's like, I can understand for this game, but like, come on. You already did fucking Chemical Plant and Sonic Generations.
But, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, that's not blast processing.
Unfortunately, the camera can keep up with your movement, even if it's ridiculously fast.
Is there blast processing on a PS4?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Sony's not that cool.
Okay, those two blocks right there, like, if you happen to, like, be between them when, like, they slide across each other, that counts as a crush death, and it's fucking retarded.
You missed a secret ring.
Yes, I know, you mentioned that in the last part.
He's missed 12 secret rings already. In this, like, last minute and 30 seconds.
Okay,
Probably.
that's exaggerating, but he definitely has missed quite a few secret rings, but oh god, no, I'm just reminding myself of the game secret rings, and I didn't want that. I didn't ask for this.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Justin, when are you gonna record Secret Rings?
No!
probably as soon as
We're
maybe-
gonna do it eventually, Cloud.
And
You cannot escape.
And I am going to have a painful migraine the entire time.
Well, since Cloud is so
Yay!
adamant about it, why not after Sonic Adventure?
Well,
We got
I
a
mean,
cookie.
as long as Justin's recording it, then that means that the suffering's going to be so widely spread apart that it won't feel like constant suffering. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
not.
good.
It's not like you're the one recording it.
True.
Can I request him to record it in this case?
Okay, first of all,
Well,
I've got
Lennon. Cloud doesn't LP games, let alone Secret Rings.
Oh,
How long do you think it would take?
7 million trillion bazillion decades?
Yes.
Okay.
listen. At least I'm not Justin, who has like 20 different LPs that haven't finished yet.
But he does have a capture card.
He tries.
Also,
But he doesn't.
also, how about that Grandia 2?
It's not even on the channel anymore.
Well, whose fault is that?
I got rid of it.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm just saying I got...
I think you should go back and redo Grandia 2.
This time on the Dreamcast.
It was on the Dreamcast the first time.
Yeah, but this
Justin.
time you do it again on the Dreamcast. Again.
Like
So, you know what's not-
literally sit on my Dreamcast while I'm recording it.
Yes.
You know it's not on the Dreamcast, Justin? Your Sonic Adventure 1 Let's Play.
I have to restart the whole LP now.
Shots
God,
fired.
Please
fucking damn
no.
it, Jack. Jack, you had to mention it. Now we have to wait 10 more years before we get back to where we were.
I
Weird.
mean, we did the first 5 parts in pretty quick succession. It's just been like a year and a half.
Yeah. And that's what tends to
Meanwhile,
happen.
back in Sonic Mania...
Yeah. Chemical Plant.
Oh, never mind.
It's a
Continue
pretty
talking
fun.
about nonsense.
The second act is pretty fun. It's the weird Jello gimmick is pretty neat.
It's Wacky Workbench done right.
Pretty much.
In case you guys didn't see the Sonic CD Let's Play, Jack is not a fan of Wacky Workbench.
It fucking sucks.
I love Wacky
I-
Workbench.
I haven't seen any LP. Help?
Okay, that's bullshit, and you know it because
Where have you been this entire time?
because
For
you're
the
pretty
past
much
5 years.
you're pretty much here for every LP.
I just load up a random video on Pornhub and go with it.
What are you watching right now?
Right now, I'm watching Small Rodent fight Big Fox.
What?
Oh,
Oh.
That reminds me. So apparently, the Sonic Twitter did like a takeover with the voice actors, and there was one there was one little video clip where like, I guess they the characters had been sent fan fiction, and it was like a Sonic X Shadow fan fiction,
Oh,
and like
God.
Sonic's like, don't open that, and Shadow's like, no. And, like, I guess somebody got offended because they were like, oh, that's anti-LGB, even though, like, it's literally just them being in character. Like, Sonic and Shadow would be mad embarrassed if they saw something like that, because that's, like, kind of weird for that series and those characters to, like, be involved in that way. But, like, somebody took it the wrong way, and they were like, oh, it's anti-LGB. And I was like, what the fuck? Twitter, stop.
That's
first
like
of all,
that's like if someone wrote like fanfic between Cloud and Jack.
On the
first of all,
Oh, go ahead.
don't read Twitter replies. Second of all, don't talk about Twitter replies.
Third of all, don't Twitter replies.
Don't use Twitter.
there was on the plus side
yeah.
there was
Except our Twitter. Our Twitter's fine.
there was a couple other questions that were asked, and like, oh,
Meanwhile, in Puyo Puyo.
I was gonna give you time to explain this real quick if you wanted to, but I guess not.
It's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
It's
Okay,
Puyo Puyo.
If you don't know how to play if you don't know how to play this game, you're a terrible person.
Pretty much. Okay, so what I was saying was one of the questions was like, which kind of like phone you use, and like Shadow was like, oh, I'm not gonna say which one I use specifically, but I'm an Android user, and I was like, I get it.
It's funny.
And then they like asked like something about anime, and like they were like, what is anime? And Shadow explains what anime is, and he was like, also my favorite is the one with the edgy girl and the scissor blade. I was like, yes. Shadow has evolved from being an edgy teenager to a refined edgelord weeb.
God.
You're a weeb. Lord. Edge.
Not only does Shadow use the superior smartphone OS, he also has good taste in anime.
You know,
That's my dude.
Jack, you're doing really sloppy.
I am. I suck at this.
I was gonna
and
s- I
quite
was gonna
frankly,
say-
I don't care.
I do like wicked stupidly good combos in this game. Like I would probably have obliterated Eggman like 15-30 seconds ago.
I actually got a.
And I would have had like that entire row, or almost that entire row, like filled with like some sort of like garbage bean like Q that he was gonna get hit with.
Wow, tell me more about how good you are at this game.
Or
Is it-
like, why do I have no life when it comes to Puyo Puyo? I spent 50 hours within like a couple of weeks just playing Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch, and it was an experience. Although I stayed up a little too late one too many times.
There's actually at one point I got a fucking.
Ooh, no. Back. No, you could have chained.
There was actually a point where I actually did like a 5 fucking combo on him, like by sheer accident.
Now,
No, what are you doing?
on the plus
Oh
side,
god, I hope you're not gonna lose.
Eggman is purposely made to be wicked bad at this game for cases like this where like the player is not experienced with Puyo Puyo, so that way they're like, it's not too hard to beat. Because to be fair, if you like never played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which there's plenty of people who haven't, like
Clearly,
you
Jack.
don't want to make the boss that
Fuck you.
That was closer than I would have liked that.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
don't
you,
care.
Kaiba. Fuck you, Kaiba. That card stank as hell.
We have to redo the whole LP
Well,
now. LP
Honestly, in my opinion, based on what Jack did, I think if you really don't have any experience with Puyo Puyo, you probably will lose.
Meanwhile, in Studiopolis Zone,
This is my favorite
So this
zone in the
is-
game.
So this is a new one, and it's fun.
Yeah, I like this.
guys,
What?
lights, camera, action.
The song for this stage is like tits.
Lock on technology.
Oh,
Also,
Eggnog.
there's a lot of references in the background of this stage, even more so than in other stages, and it perks my nostalgia boner.
What?
I love this stage. I love this
You got a bit of a
stage.
chub right now, just thinking about it.
you
Hell
know,
yeah, dude.
you know, just by how monstrously big the fucking Genesis got over the years, I honestly would have thought, like, if Sega was still making hardware, they would have made the first console that actually connected to fucking social media. Like, they would have done it first, considering everything else they like to do.
Yeah, and on top of, I mean, they did make the first console that could connect to online, but at the same time, though, taking huge advancements like that is part of the reason why they went bankrupt.
Although it did influence others to do it.
That and sucking at better marketing. Like, they just... They had so many bad business practices. Like, it wasn't just their ambitiousness with the Dreamcast, obviously. There was...
I'm
there were
waiting
many
for
factors.
that chair to crush you.
I was
waiting
honestly,
for it.
I wouldn't fucking, it wouldn't fucking surprise me because of how like common crush deaths are in this game.
Do you die a lot to crush deaths later on in this LP?
I don't remember. Probably. At least a couple of times on the last zone.
You know, I mean, I haven't seen them do it yet, thank God, but at the same time, I'm honestly worried what kind of new things Sega would have came up with that potentially could have been terrible. Like fucking... I want to know who's the fucking jackass that originally decided, you know what? Or no, it was probably fucking Konami with the fucking pachinko shit that somebody got the bright idea to have fucking loot boxes in video games.
I don't really have anything to add to that.
Oh,
Me neither.
no, I'm just saying because it's like somebody had to come up with the idea and it was fucking stupid.
Or it was genius because of marketing!
Then again, I wouldn't.
It's not that it's stupid, it's just an idea that we hate, and we have every reason to hate it, because from a consumer standpoint, it's penny pinching.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
But from a business standpoint, it's genius. Unfortunately.
Genius until you piss off enough people that they stop buying it. Which, you know, that steadily does increase. It might not increase right away, but it will.
Oh shit, it's the police.
Oh god.
And they have a rocket launcher.
Oh.
Ah
This is one-
shit.
This is one of my favorite bosses in the game.
Put the drugs away.
One singular rocket launcher. It's because you were doing too much, you know,
Speed.
meth and heroin.
What's the Fallout drug that makes shit go really slow? I forget what it's called. It's not jet. It's like it's the one that's shaped like a firework.
What the... Wait, the ice cream? The popsicle?
No, not the popsicle.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Drugs in Fallout.
I know it's not Psycho, because that's like... Or is it Psycho? I don't know.
It's not Psycho. Psycho raises your attack.
Mentats? Or...
It's not Mentats. Hold on.
You know, I'm completely against drugs, but I'm not above making my characters so loaded up to the fucking brim with them that they become a mess.
Okay, it was
Survey says
Rocket. Rocket is what it is.
Really?
I think. Hold on.
What a generic name.
No, that's not Rocket. Shit, what is it?
I actually don't remember a lot of the drugs from fucking Fallout. Like, I just know there's like fucking. Well, I mean, well, that's not true.
Oh, turbo. It's turbo.
Turbo? Wait, that makes everything go slow?
Yeah, the effect of turbo is a brief slowdown of the surroundings. Time goes at about 35% of its original speed, including everything from your enemy's movements to projectile speeds. And even the duration of the drug itself.
I like to file a complaint for false advertising because I got the impression that everything would go faster.
Well, you go faster, but everything else goes slower.
That's how the game, like... It's like that episode of Futurama where Fry drank 100 cups of coffee with the free $300 he got, and like, it like shows like everything else slowed down so that way there you can see what Fry's doing. Because
Fry had
otherwise he would just
Ultra
be moving
Instinct
too
before everyone else.
before Goku.
Well, before Shaggy.
But no, this is a really cool stage. Fun fact: Studiopolis is actually named. Originally, they weren't going to name this Studiopolis because they named it Studiopolis, and then they were like, "Fuck," because apparently shared the same name as where they record the English voice acting lines, and
Lock on!
they.
Oh, come on now.
They were like, "Can we still use the name?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." So they just left it in. So by sheer coincidence, this stage is named after the English voice acting recording studio.
You're an English voice acting recording studio.
I fucking wish.
You wish you were an inanimate object?
Yes.
Like a building that cannot move?
Yes.
Same.
I mean, on a daily basis, I wish to have no emotion, so why not wish for something that can't move at the same time?
Okay, Shadow.
Yeah, Mr. Edgelord here.
So, when is Shadow the Hedgehog 2?
It's Sonic Forces DLC.
Hopefully not, because
He's gonna team up with Ryu Komatoi.
I actually don't like that. I actually get annoyed with that game more than I do with 06.
There's
What if-
aspects of Shadow's game that are annoying, I'll admit. Like the fact that you have to play essentially the same thing 10 times in order to get the true ending is very obnoxious, and some of the endings make absolutely no sense to his character and end up never getting brought back up again. Either just like big-lipped alligator moments. And it's like story-wise, yeah, there's some really bad shit in Shadow, and gameplay-wise, it's not much better. Like it's functionally works better than Sonic 06, but that doesn't make it that much more fun at all. And Sonic 06
Now-
is typically not a fun game.
Meanwhile, back in Sonic Mania,
So let's talk about a good Sonic game again, because I don't feel like
here's a
my eye
question.
twitching.
Here's a question. What if Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was like Sonic Mania?
What?
so like a 2D Shadow game?
Yeah.
That'd actually be kind of cool. I would be willing to check that out.
Huh.
Like, imagine like the aesthetic and settings of like Shadow's game, but in a 2D plane, and
I mean, as
More
long as it's
spritified.
just get to the end of the
So-
stage and not like, fucking kill all 60 of the gun soldiers
Oh
and
my
there are only
God.
60 of them. Like, that would be even worse in 2D. So, no, fuck that.
Whoa, what the fuck?
that was weird.
So no. But what you're basically saying is Shadow the Hedgehog 2, in terms of being 2D, would literally just be a Shadow version of Mega Man.
Mega Man.
I mean, it would depend on the level design. If the level design accounted for it, then
Well-
okay. But if it was more like that, but it would be a Sonic game, obviously. So they would not do that, and it would be more designed to go fast, get to the end of the level, but then they would still try to find a way to throw in something that doesn't make sense for the game design.
Like cars and guns and more guns and cars.
Just the simple fact that it'd be
This boss fight's fun.
it'd be a 2D game with like guns and shit. It really would just be like a fucking Sonic version of a Mega Man game.
Contra!
Just the shooting.
Yes.
Or it could be Contra, I guess.
Shadow will team up with Cuphead in an exciting new crossover.
Why not Mega Man?
I mean,
You know, the original run and gun game.
Actually, honestly, the funny thing.
Actually, which came first? The first Contra or the first Mega Man?
Pretty sure Mega Man did. Shit, we don't have enough time left to Google. Hold on.
Fun fact: I think
Man,
that
one.
noise that it's making right now on the TV is from.
Find out on the exciting next episode? Question mark? Nah, they'll probably find it faster.
Blah, blah, blah,
Meg-
blah,
oh.
blah. Meanwhile, in Flying Battery Zone, in the next
Okay,
part...
Contra was first, actually.
Oh,
Got it.
you lied to me. I'm suing.